Hello. I thought I'd give an update on my garden. It is now basically the middle of September, so we're kind of getting to the end of the season, so I thought I'd give a little bit of an update. This is the back part of my garden. As you can see, the hydrangeas are, I guess they're calling pinking, they are pinking up, so they're looking amazing right now. As we kind of gaze over here, I have my fountain going. I planted some Rudbeckia and another echinacea right there. This echinacea is a more of a kind of reddish dark pink color, I guess. So I thought it'd be a good contrast to what I have here, the lighter pink. Now, I don't cut them down at all because I noticed that goldfinch come and eat the seed heads. So that is amazing. Some of my little, my tick seed still looks good, and I do have have some other items here. I'm just kind of waiting for the plane to go by. So you can see I have a perennial salvia here that still looks amazing. Let me back up a bit. So I think all in all, the garden looks really nice. My fountain's going, my little bird bath. So I'm very pleased with everything this year. This year I put in my backyard table and chairs that I had. I'm trying to see if I like it. Actually, I do like it. I've used it quite a bit. They're covered right now because we had some rain. I just haven't uncovered them. But I like them back there. So some of my plans, I think, might be maybe putting a patio here, a more permanent patio, maybe a gazebo. I don't know. I'm going to sit on this. I like it. So I think this is going to stay here. We'll see what I do for something permanent. So let me walk this way over toward my, I guess, my sunny part of my garden where my raised beds were, or are, I should say. I had a problem with squash beetles, squash bugs. So all of my zucchini and my yellow squash, I pulled it. So I'm leaving this for now. I'm debating if I want to try to plant some garlic. I know with garlic you plant them probably around October, let them sit in the winter, and then you harvest maybe, June, July, something like that. What I would have to do is put a lot of fertilizer and amend the bed quite a bit. So we're going to sit on that. These are some patio plants. I forget what they are. I saved the tag, but that happens to be in my house. But they look amazing. They're a little wild. They probably should have been on a trellis, but I kind of like the wild look, to be honest with you. I kind of like it. Kind of gives it a bit of a, I don't know, kind of gives it a bit of a thing in the back. I like it. And if we go over here, my tomatoes. Oh, and this is my, these are the dahlia tubers that I planted. They are late this year, but look at that flower. Is that not amazing or what? And I have another one coming up. Not a lot of buds. Like I said, for whatever reason, the dahlias took forever to bloom, but you know, as long as we don't get a frost and our temperatures stay fairly moderate, I think I'll have more blooms. What is going crazy are my tomatoes. I did get indeterminate tomatoes, so they're going to grow and grow and grow until the first frost. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can go in a little bit. It is filled with tomatoes. I mean, tons and tons of green tomatoes. So hopefully they'll ripen up. We're supposed to get a little bit warmer. We're supposed to get back up into the 80s. So I am hoping that they will ripen up. If not, I'll pick some of the green, bigger ones, bring them in the house and let them ripen up on my windowsill. So this is annual salvia, and this has been amazing. The bees love the white salvia. I've had so many bumblebees. I think you can see one on there right now. So many bumblebees, honeybees, just tons of bees all over the white salvia. The other salvia, they don't seem to like it as much. They are going crazy though for the white salvia. And here's some more of my tomatoes. Now these are little cherry tomatoes, so I'll be picking some more off this afternoon, but you can see now it's starting to yellow up. So it's kind of getting toward the end of the season, so we'll see how much longer I have with this. I still have some parsley that I'm cutting on, and these are small tomatoes. I tried to start tomatoes from seed, and I am glad I bought tomatoes and planted them, because I would have never had tomatoes. I have this one that I planted. I'm just starting to get little tomatoes, but I didn't have the heart to not plant them, even though I was pretty sure I wouldn't get tomatoes. But they were growing, they were looking good. I planted them. We'll see if I get anything. At least from one of them I'll have tomatoes. The rest of them, they can grow for however long they're going to grow, and then they'll go once fall comes in. I planted another Rudbeckia here, and this is my Catalpa, the tall. It didn't flower this year, and I'm not upset about that the Catalpa did not flower, because what it's doing, the roots are growing and it looks great. So hopefully next year I'll have some flowers off of the Catalpa. And again, just some annual planters. They're starting to look a bit old, a bit worn, but we have maybe another 2 to 3 weeks before it starts to get really too cold and they'll start really dwindling. So I'm just going to let them go. I planted another plant here, and I forget what it is. I always think of it as tick seed. I don't think that's its real name, but it's red. So I thought it looked like a nice plant to go here. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to make this bed straighter and extend it a bit, because I have some plants over in my other garden that are more sun-loving plants and they're not getting enough sun. So I think in the spring what I'll be doing is transplanting them over here. So I'm probably going to make this bed a bit bigger for those sun plants and different salvias I have that are in too much shade. So I'll be probably in the next few years probably doing a shift from that garden over there that is getting too shady, and you can see it over there. It's getting much too shady for a lot of the sun plants, and start shifting them over here. So that's one of the plans. So this is my honeysuckle, and it's sporadically blooming, and it's doing amazing. It looks great. There's some phlox back here, again getting sporadic little blooms right now. And there is my hydrangea. That is my I forget what hydrangea it is. That is an Annabelle hydrangea. So what I normally do is cut that all the way to the ground and let it come up fresh. I'm going to try something different this year. I'm only going to cut it by half and leave half the stalks there. And I want to see if the stalks strengthen up so it becomes a lot more stable. We're going to give that a shot. Worst case scenario, next year if it doesn't work out, what I'll do is I'll bring it back down to the ground again. So, you know, plants are great. If it doesn't work, you try something. Next year you try something different. And over here, let me swing around. Over here are my grasses, which look amazing. They're all the same grasses, but this one, of course, in the middle is the older grass. And the other 3 are younger. So in the next year or 2, they should catch up to this one, and I'll have a beautiful grassy border here. So I'm looking forward to that. And let me swing around here. Ooh, sorry about the sun. And my verbena, it's a basket, is amazing. I have to water it every day. I think it's root bound, but I have no problem watering it because it looks amazing. I've cut back quite a few things here. So again, we're getting toward the end of the season. I'm just letting things grow and do what they're going to do. These are all my different pots that I planted here. I have a mishmash of different things, but I think it looks amazing. I like it. So let me back up a bit. So I think this area I think looks nice. I kind of like the wildness of it. It's just, I like when pots get kind of wild and big. I don't know, I like it. My yard, I like it. So that's kind of an update on where we are toward the middle of September. Everything turned out really well. I'm very pleased. Thinking about next year, what improvements I'm going to make, what changes I'm going to do. And I think that's the fun part of gardening, is every year you kind of learn every year as you go along. Things work, things don't. You adapt, you change. So again, thanks whoever is watching this. Thanks for joining me on my journey this year. Hopefully I'll have more updates as time goes by. Thank you.